Listen closely and you can hear the new sound that we're hearing with the ducks. Not that big loud, but a little kind of quacking sound. See if I can. Hear the little change in sound. Somebody down there, and I'm not sure which one of them is more of a quacky sound. They've changed so much. They're starting to get their real feathers coming in. Their little wing feathers are showing up, but the feathers that are coming out there make them look kind of rough and like they're messy, and some of them are kind of messy, but I think it's more because their feathers are starting to grow out. It was 1 week ago today that we enlarged this pen, and they looked like they had so much room, but now look how they're already filling up this space. Here's another thing that I noticed, that like that one, let me see if I can see how that one's getting whiter on its neck, and I've noticed a few others getting white on the underside of their neck. Not all of them, but a few, and that's kind of an interesting thing.
Part Mallard, that's the reason.
There are also still some in here with a little top knot on their head. See that one right there? It's got a little poofy, like a hat on top of its head, made out of fur. Not all of them have them. Quite a few of them had it whenever they arrived as little tiny 1 or 2 day old ducklings, but it seems like not as many of them have it. Most of them are bareheaded, so there seems to be quite a bit of variation in what they're going to look like. They're enjoying their new straw. They like to pick it up and kind of wag it around and play with it. They might find some wheat seeds in there occasionally, but they seem real happy to just pick through that whenever they get their bedding in at first. But looks like I better go get them some water. I want to show you how the ducks eat and drink. If you can see that one right there, they take a bite or two of the food, and then they go over to the water and stick their noses down, their bills down in there as far as they can. They have to wash out their little mouths and their little nostrils, or they'll choke to death. So when they're eating, they constantly go from the feed over to the water, back to the feed, back over to the water. And I think that's part of why the ducks are messy, because they have such a high need for water. And it causes them to go through a lot of water. Plus, it doesn't take long for that little trough to be filled up with food residue. So it's really hard to keep it totally clean. Might as well not even try, kind of, but I rinse it out well every day. Every time I take them outside and fill them up, I rinse them out really well. If these were chicks in this pen, they would be flying out. But the ducks can't fly. Their wings are too small. I think at some point that they will be able to fly, and we will have to deal with that, possibly by clipping their wings so they can't get enough air under their wings to take flight. Here's the cute little duck huddle. I guess they've eaten enough and drank enough and preened enough that it's time for them to take a nap.